Hi, I'm Marcia Jane Macris of Marketing by Marcia, and I'm here today to share some of my marketing tips for small businesses on the importance of social media, websites, building your audience, and email marketing. Does anybody remember years ago the only way to research something was to either go to the library or, if you were lucky enough, your parents had that big stack of Britannia encyclopedias at your house? Well, things sure has changed since then. Did you know that over 2 billion people use the internet worldwide and 100 trillion emails are sent every single year? That is just mind-blowing. If you're watching this video right now, you're using the internet. So the internet can be our biggest marketing tool. Let's talk about social media. By now, I'm sure that you're all aware that a business needs to have some kind of social media presence. Market research shows that 8 out of 10 internet users are reached by social media, and 87% of small businesses claim that social media has definitely helped their business growth. Marketers also saw an increase of 74% in website traffic after devoting only 6 hours a week to social media posting, so it's definitely worth your time. But you can't just create a Facebook page or a Pinterest page and expect immediate success. You have to figure out which social media platform is best for your audience, for your products and your services. Where do they spend their time? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Twitter? They could be on LinkedIn or YouTube or Pinterest, Instagram. There are so many to choose from. So if you're a company that has jewelry, you might have more exposure going to a visual type social media platform like Pinterest or Instagram. If you're a company that does a lot of events and promotions, Facebook might be the best for you. And if you're a musician, you probably want to put your music out there on YouTube videos and tweeting and on Twitter, and that would be the best place to reach your audience. So for small businesses, I recommend that you use at least 2 social media platforms. A few other social media tips that I want to briefly touch on are how often should you post? I recommend 2 times a week. If you post too often, you're going to oversaturate your audience and the feeds, and they're going to become disinterested. It's okay to toot your horn, but you want to also give some industry advice. So out of those 2 times a week, I suggest one post be about you and your products or services, and the other post be something that they can learn from the industry. This is going to build your credibility. Have you noticed the power of visuals? So many posts out there with pictures and videos. Well, it really works. Make sure that you use some kind of visual with your posting and you will get more attention. Make sure you give the viewer an action. I suggest putting your website at the bottom of each one of your posts because you're going to point them to your website, and that's going to increase your search engine optimization. Do you have any of those friends that put like 20 hashtags on everything? I do. Well, try not to use too many hashtags. 2, 3, 4, that's plenty. Again, you don't want to do too many. You're going to look spammy if you do. And some people don't know that you can set up your social media platforms to post to others. You can automate them. Example, you could set up your Facebook post to automatically post to your Twitter account. And you could you could schedule Facebook posts and create 10 or 12 of them and schedule them for later dates. This is going to save you a lot of time, and time is very important, especially to small business owners. Lastly, a lot of small businesses do not have a big marketing budget, especially for advertising. You can place somewhat expensive ads in local newspapers and magazines, but you can also do some low-cost advertising to a targeted audience using your social media. Example, you could boost a Facebook page, event, or create a Facebook ad with just a $20 budget. Spread it over a weekend and select a very targeted audience, like 18 to 60-year-olds in the Boston area, interested in the music scene, and you could still reach 1,500 people in your targeted audience. It's a low-cost way to create awareness about your business. Another important marketing tool is your website. Every business needs to have some sort of website. It could be a simple 5-pager with just general information. There are many website builder programs that small business owners with very little technical skill can use to build their own websites. A few of my favorites are WordPress, Wix, Weebly, and Bandzoogle. Or you could hire a marketing consultant to create one for you for a fee. They may also be able to set up your website hosting plan, your website URL name, and email addresses too. Be sure to choose your URL wisely and pay for multiple variations of that. Example, mine is marketingbymarcia.com. Well, there's also marketingbymarcia.net and marketing-by-marcia.com or marketingwithmarcia.com. It's only a few dollars a year to reserve these different variations so that someone else cannot use them and take away from your customer base. You wouldn't want to lose people because of silly dashes. If someone else creates your website for you, be sure that you get all the login information for both the website builder and the hosting plan. Get them from the person that created it for you and ask them to show you how to log in and make some simple edits, so that if anywhere down the road, you would be able to tell someone else about it or do it yourself. Also, try to create your website with some existing themes, and then you can customize those existing themes versus completely customizing a website on your own. This will make it a lot easier to make changes in the future. Keep it general enough so that you don't have to constantly update it, except for maybe calendar and blogging. You can also set up your web page to show your social media posts and even add a Google Calendar to feed in. Be sure to choose your words wisely. Use keywords on every single page that you would want your potential customers to use to search you on the internet. Same thing goes for hashtags. Use those wisely. And blogging is a very important thing for search engine optimization. So when you hear the words SEO, that's what we're talking about. We want to create a path that is quicker to reach when you put in keywords to find on a search engine. Again, choose your words wisely, especially on those blogs. You can also set up blogging to automatically post to your Facebook page or other social media platforms. And keep your image and video sizes low. You don't want your web page to be bogged down by big files that's going to keep it from loading. If it takes too long to load, you're going to lose your viewers. Check your spelling and your links. Very important. And lastly, just keep your pages short. If someone is scrolling down over and over again, they're going to lose interest. Instead, create a new page and have very clear navigation. Now we're going to talk about building your audience. If you're a new business owner and you don't have an audience, you think, how am I going to even create an audience? So now you've got your social media, you've got your website, but now you need to tell the world about it. You need to choose an email builder and set up an account. I like to use MailChimp because it's free for the first 2,000 email addresses, but there's also other ones like Constant Contact and some other great programs you could use. Now you need to build your email list. Well, how do you do this? You start with your family and your friends. You go to family events. You ask your family, hey, can I add you to my email list? I'm going to start a newsletter. You go out to a party or drinking with your friends. You ask them, can I add you to my email list? And then what happens is once you send them your newsletter, you ask them to share it with their friends. And you can build your audience. It's a ripple effect, like throwing a pebble into a stream, and you'll see the ripple effect happen. You can also set up, sign up to my email list links on your Facebook page. You can set it up on your website, and you can have those. Make sure that you reach out to all your friends on your social media. Post publicly on Facebook and say something like, hey, I have a new newsletter that I'm starting and I would love for you to sign up. This will keep you updated on what I'm doing with my new business. I would love your support, and more so you can share this post with all your friends, and maybe some of your Facebook friends might find my content relevant to them. But don't forget to put that sign-up link in there with it. You can also post the sign-up link on your social media profiles like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or any other relevant platform. Just spread it out there, and that is a good way to build your audience. A couple more things you could do to build your audience is to join networking groups. You could meet people by joining here in Westford. We have the Westford Business Association. We have the Chamber of Commerce. You have your local TV station. These are ways to network and build your audience that way. You can also get involved with your town. Go to local town meetings. Join local social media groups. Attend relevant workshops and conferences. I recently attended my favorite is the Massachusetts Conference for Women. And every year I meet very important people that are relevant to what I do. I meet some great people and some great companies, and we exchange our email addresses and add each other to our lists. And the last thing that I would suggest would be some co-marketing. Co-marketing is so important. You're not only building your audience, but you're building trust in other people. If you're having a book signing event at a bookstore, you wrote a book, you're having a book signing event, be sure to tag the bookstore on your Facebook post so that your audience sees your info too. So now the bookstore's audience is going to see your info is going to be shown, and that's co-marketing. Other ways to co-market are to put your links on websites. Some websites I find have a menu that's called resources, and there's a bunch of links there. That's a nice way to co-market. Team up for promotions. What if you're a spa in town and you want to create a fun night out of pampering and maybe some good food? You could partner with a local restaurant and do some co-promotion that way. So these are ways that you can build your audience. And once you build your audience, you can continue to add to it and share, and this is the ripple effect again. It's just going to share and share. Your friends will share with others, and you're creating the awareness. And the last thing I'm going to talk about today is email marketing, one of my favorites. So now you've created your email list, you've built your audience. So you create your email list, and I think one of the best things to do is to send out a monthly newsletter to your audience. I think that it's important to let them know what you've been up to, any progress you've made with your business, whether it be products or services. If you think that you have nothing to say, you definitely do. You could let them just know that you've been learning, something that's going to improve your business. And keep it fun. Don't make it too stiff. You want to really connect with your audience and make them want to look forward to your next one. Be sure that your subject lines are short and very powerful, to the point, so that it will entice them to open up your email. You can also create some really fun templates on these email marketing platforms. So that's some of my tips that I offer to you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find these marketing tips on my website blog page, and I hope to see you next time with more marketing tips by Marcia. Thank you.